In this next little story that we have here with Eric Kaufman and Gary Gongwer, it was in pursuing the idea of creating a place for collaboration in math. And so I'm going to let them talk about their journey in using a couple of different tools and the way that that journey is still progressing. So Gary and Eric.
So I'm Eric, and we began by seeing how we could use something called Scribbler in geometry. The motivation for using Scribbler was because it's a place where not only can you write down words, but you can also draw. And so we were talking about triangles and parallelograms and how can you show parallel lines. And in order to do that, we needed a tool that would do that. And we were looking around, and the tool that we found that worked best was Scribbler. And the idea, the motivation was this. I wanted there to be, first of all, an extra set of notes, like a class set of notes for students who were absent, and also for our Saints and Scholars students who also sometimes would like to have the benefit of somebody else taking notes for them so that they can concentrate less on the note-taking and more on listening to the lesson. So there was like a dual motivation there. Also to get some kids more actively interested. So what we did here is, you see here, I was writing notes on the board, and I had two students actually doing this at the same time. One of them was doing the drawings, and the other one was writing down the words. So this was two students involved. And then over here, you see the beginning of a chat, which the students were, just the two who were doing it were chatting to each other. And then at the end, which you'll see in a few minutes, then I had the students come on offline and go on and add their comments later. But so here what you simply have is my lecture notes, the main ideas that the students were writing down. And then if we can scroll down a little bit, you can see, well, here's already some of the students' comments, but you can't really see too many of them yet. If we scroll down here, I think we can get to page 2 and 3. And I think on page 2, there's more of my notes. And then maybe further down, still my notes. And somewhere down there, I thought maybe around, I don't know, I think somewhere in there you see some student notes, I hope. Okay, so at a certain point I had the students try to add their feedback. I still don't, yeah, there it is, where I had the students type in their feedback. So I found this to be not completely successful, to be honest with you. The kids liked it as a novelty, but then they didn't really use it the way I wanted to, the way I envisioned it. So where I've gone with that this year, I'll just mention briefly, is through email, I've set up a group with my AP Calculus students where not only can I post messages to everybody in the AP Calculus class, but then they can post messages to each other, like, how did you start problem number 24? And, oh, well, did you try doing this or that or the other thing? But I think Gary is going to do something similar to that, and he's going to take it from there. Thank you.